Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Either way, I thank you for tuning in. I love a thumbs up. I love a subscribe. I love for you to click the bell so you're notified every single time I drop a video on this channel. But if you don't, I'm just glad that you're here consuming this content. We were able to get you a free pick yesterday. Hopefully we can get you another one here today. As we had TCU laying 12.5, came out with a vengeance and took care of business as we expected them to do. We have another free pick here for you today. I will have some college basketball will be up and finalized here very shortly in the early hours. I want to try to get things up earlier for you guys, get better and sharper lines here this morning, get better closing line value here. So they should be up and ready by no later than 10 o'clock at the latest, even though I think they'll be up before then. NBA, as always, will come a little bit later. So let's get you a free pick, sending your way to have a good day. The social media is down below, the websites are down below, all the stuff that you want to take a look at is down below in the description. Click to see more and it'll be right there. Okay, so let's get into it right here, right now. What time is this matchup? 7 o'clock matchup. We're going to the Big East now. We see Providence returning home now, going up against St. John's, and now we're in the thick of the Big East action. Providence coming off a game where they just narrowly were defeated there by Butler 75-72 in that matchup. They play without Adoro, coming off a game where they were able to knock off Creighton at home in overtime in a 91-87 high scoring affair there in that one. They've lost 3 of their last 4 as they're trying to look to bounce back here at home where they only have 2 defeats this season. Now this team has kind of had to reinvent itself under first year coach here at Providence, Kim English, trying to find their identity. I think they finally found what they can hang their hat on, and that's for sure. We know they're going to play defense. One of the most efficient teams defensively in the country, number 12 in the nation in adjusted defensive efficiency. They had to kind of find another guy as they lost Bryce Hopkins the last game out. They played without Odoro, which is pretty much their other big. They're 2 bigs, and Odoro was expecting his first child. So I do expect him to come back and play here tonight against the St. John's team. St. John's now 14-10 on the year. They've also lost 3 of their last 4. Their only win coming up against DePaul. Their last time out, they lost on the road to Marquette. Before that, Connecticut and Xavier. Nothing crazy there. You know, 2 of the better teams in the conference. Both these teams are an experienced team. As we're now seeing Rick Pitino try to turn things around in St. John's there up in New York and get things rolling. Offensively, they've been really good. Defensively has not been awesome, but both these teams are kind of meddling in the middle of the Big East. As now we're winding down to the season close, getting to conference tournament time. It's going to be important to see who gets this 5 seed, all right? If you have the number 5 seed or higher, you get that extra day's rest, and that's very important when you're coming into the end of the year. You're talking about kids playing 20 plus 25 games here towards the end of the season. Trying to fight for that number 5 seed going into the Big East tournament is going to be it's going to be a dogfight, and it's going to be important to see who gets that last spot here. As we see the top 4 teams are 8-5. 8-5 is number 4 is right now Seton Hall at 8-5, Creighton at number 3 at 8-5, Marquette number 2 at 9-3. And we see Connecticut number 1 at 12-1. Now the rest of those teams are all within a game of each other here. We see Xavier, Butler, Villanova, St. John's, Providence, all either 6 or 7, 7 and 6. We're like within a game of each other. So this is a game I think that is going to have a lot of playoff implications moving into conference tournament time, and trying to get that extra day's rest is majorly important. But in this matchup, I like Providence here at home. These 2 teams did play earlier in the season. They went on road to St. John's, and Providence was horrendous from the free throw line, 55%, 56%, I believe it was, in that matchup. I believe St. John's and Providence offensively are very similar. I think the boost of Odoro coming back will have this team a little bit more inspired. I'm sure he's going to be playing inspired now that he's brought his first child into this world. And defensively, I think Providence is light years ahead of what St. John's is. Playing here at home is going to be a tough environment for St. John's to come in and get a win, and I expect Providence to get back on the winning side here after kind of a letdown spot, you know, where they knocked off Creighton, and then they came back and played Butler, who's been playing inspired basketball here lately, and lost a tough matchup. Now they return home. I expect them to get back on the winning track and put themselves into this Big East playoff race. Give me Providence. I'm going to lay the 1.5 as the official free pick of the day. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, whatever the case may be. Put your favorite bet down below. Let's get ourselves another win. Start a nice free pick run here. Double D. Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. Best of luck if you decide to tail. But either way, hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. Good luck.